Hi, Internet.
Hi, guys.
Hello.
Actually, hello.
Actually,
Shouts out to
hello.
everyone who sat there and watched us while we were all
Yeah,
fucking
thank
muted.
you. Thank you while we all just like, nah. So
We're new to this. Technology is weird.
Yeah,
I hate
yeah. I'm
technology.
sorry. I'm still. There's always one or the other. Sometimes it's. I'm sorry. I know how the software works. I'm still trying to get the order set up. Um, Wilfred DK was good, and Zachariah Mini. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm Caleb. I am the DM for When the Stars Fell. This is game 3. Ah!
Ooh.
Hi,
Um,
Zach.
I'm not gonna do the catch up refresh yet. We'll save that till after you guys all tell us who you all are.
Uh, AKA Igleshi Otifereth, AKA Otep, who is a orc elf paladin who's, big ol' friendly, weird looking guy who really likes people and really likes the light and just wants to protect everyone.
Pew pew. My name is Fiona. I will be playing Dasha, the red-headed half-elf ranger with a little spicy stone magic. It's not all stone, but it comes from a stone. A little bit of magic sprinkled in there. That's why we're doing this.
Yes. Hello, y'all. I'm Kit. I'm going to be playing Fenris Allgrove, another half-elf. I am a rogue wizard multi-class. Went to magic school after trying to steal something. So here we are.
Uh, so not only are all three of you half species, 2/3 of you are bastards. I don't know. I think that's
Hey.
fun.
Shouts out to the bastards!
Yeah, like it's not a bad thing. I think it's a cool character choice. Like
Yeah.
it happens.
Fiona, give me an internet high five. Slap.
You should slap your cameras. There you go.
You went that way, so I thought you were gonna do it sideways, and I was like, I don't understand what that direction is.
I don't know.
But okay,
Maybe it's just like a pretend that we're like next to each other that way.
yeah. But cheers to the bastards.
Cheers to the bastards.
Glorious though ye be. Welcome to tonight's game. Quick recap of sessions 1 and 2. Session 1, we met all of you. There was a wonderful little fake fight that really was just a very intense bear hug between Otep and Fenris, and Dasha got caught with her magical pants down, so to speak, in the middle of the road. And then session 2, we ventured forth to the town of Cinctra and entered the Squeaky Barrel for the umpteenth time for you all, for the first time for those of you watching at home. And we had some drinks, had some listen-ins on some conversation. You've got a couple directions you can go. We also then had a encounter of sorts with Representative Ashley Von Hankrit, who's just a real shitbag, and decided that Jack...
AKA Von Fuckface. His Regency Von Fuckface. Call him by his true title.
You can choose to refer to him in your notes as you wish. Yes, you encountered his Regency Von Fuckface. HRVFF. Oh, that's like a nice little abbreviation. Maybe I'll start using that as we go on tonight. Things ended poorly. He accused Jack, you now have met Jack, the local bard, of being a heretic. Fen, you got the sense that this was kind of weird. And while, yes, there have been stirrings of, like, new people discovering magic, and, like, there appears to be word of an influx of magic right now, you haven't really noticed anything. Like, Jack was just a guy playing his instrument. But for whatever reason that happened, the guard pushed in. Otep, you noticed that they might not have been there officially. I think it was you that noticed that they were missing their part of their insignias. So this could have been potentially like his personal guard that he pays for in similar armor. Could have been off duty that were hired. Who you're not sure. You just know that that was pretty unusual. And you did not stick around to find out. Dasha, you were just a little too drunk to really gain any information last time. You were
And that's why we love Dasha.
you were enjoying your ooh, jeez, I just moved my whole desk. You were enjoying your adult tasty beverages, along with a good old bar brawl. The three of you were ultimately successful, although the guards did kill a civilian accidentally. Should be noted that guard did immediately leave the fight. You have your own opinions, just stating the facts of what happened. So that's how it played out. I don't remember the exact numbers of beaten nearly to death guards, but you got most of them with the exception of like one or two, including Representative Hankrit himself.
Oh yeah, no, we beat the hell out of him.
You guys did not remand yourselves into custody. You chose to escape into the city, or into the wilds, which is totally fine. But because of that, you now are not sure exactly of your wanted status in Singtra. The three of you could be totally wanted criminals. However, this seemed a little sketchy and fucked up, so maybe not. However, this was also a local government official, so just because there's nothing just because there's nothing in the public doesn't mean there's nothing happening. So you guys are unsure of your standing. However, there's enough evidence for you all to make some conclusions. You all, that's what I'm gonna give you from last time. Does anyone have any questions about what happened last time?
No.
Okay, I'm gonna let Ben go through his notes real quick.
Yeah. So the most major thing that I would like to just reestablish, because I wrote it in my notes, but I
Yep.
do want to reestablish it, that my guild is not a particular fan of Vaughn Handgren. Like we fucking hate him essentially, and it's more a thing of like, it's not that we want to hurt him, but if he gets hurt, it's not that big of a deal.
I think that that's fair to say because you do.
Wow.
I mean,
Like it's
no,
still
because your guild,
government official.
I was gonna say, like, he's still a government official, so officially your guild doesn't give a shit, and also your guild is out of a different city.
Yeah, that's what I was also thinking
Like,
too.
so I don't know that.
Okay.
Like, I think you as Otep are entitled to have an opinion on this man, but your guild does not. Like, there may be a guild, it may be like, oh, we're gonna try not to go to Singtra, or like, oh, geez, we're gonna send the people we don't like down there. But that's like, I don't know that you get to say that, and I don't know that you know anybody high enough up to safely say that either.
Yeah, that's true. Okay.
Okay, but like, you can have your own
like
opinion.
Yeah, I feel like there's also a portion of OTEP that's just like, I kind of don't give a fuck either way, but it's also like, if I know that the people higher up don't give a shit, like actually, officially, they might have to do something, but they actually don't give a shit, then I don't care. So it's like, cool, whatever, fuck it.
Yeah, I mean, that's
what I did before.
Yeah, and I think in this case, you're not here on official business right now. So this could get back to the guild, but you're not an identified member of the guild right now. You're just here. You're just in your you're in your work clothes, but like you're no different from your average.
I don't have any other clothes.
Right. Like that's it's another day for you.
Okay. All right, cool. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Mm-hmm. Who killed Kenny? Oh, jeez.
Your mother.
Uh-oh.
We good?
Yeah, I guess we are now. We having.
Yeah, let me try. Let me.
No, we're good. We're up. It's just we lost the stream for a second.
Well, life is hard.
Yeah, it was laggy.
Hey,
Happens to the
okay.
best of us.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So that's where we left things last time. We left things with you all escaping the city and ultimately finding a path, which is now up on Roll20, for yourselves to all make camp. Now, I'm going to pull us over to the big map.
Yeah.
Just so that we can get a sense of where you all are outside of the city. Okay.
I am.
Yeah, so see that X over the R?
Underneath. Yeah.
Yeah.
That
Mhm.
is about as far as y'all could get in a full day's worth of travel.
Okay.
Um, so you guys can reasonably travel at a quick speed about 24 miles a day, which is 1 cube.
Okay.
So you all left in the dead of night. I am assuming that you all took the gate to the wilds, as that was just the fastest way. It was you would
Just
not get
out.
it was
Yeah.
out. You would not get trapped by the lake, right? And this way is a beaten path, as is that way. So I kind of figured you would take to the wilds and out. So this is kind of where this isometric mapping falls apart a little bit. Because 8 miles does not look exceptionally far here. However, on foot, 8 miles is very far.
Oh yeah.
So just bear that in mind as we discuss this a little bit. How late do you guys want to run before you actually decide to make camp?
I I feel like Otep would be gauging off of other people because
Okay.
I could just keep going.
So I'm
Like I
gonna
could just
have.
yeah.
Why don't we have everybody make a quick survival check then? Okay, it's nighttime. We're under duress. I'm gonna roll one for Tyrell, not Tyrell. It's Tyrell. Um,
0.
yeah,
Tyrell.
Tyrell.
Survival. Oh, and I have proficiency in this. Gotta love that.
Can I?
Oh
Is it?
fuck! I need.
Can I argue for nature, or do you
Yeah.
want me to do survival?
No, you can argue for nature.
Oh, that's a
Well,
2 from me.
We're gonna need
Ugh.
it because I'm a 7.
Ooh.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is a 18.
Oh,
All right, hang on. Let me pull up. Okay. Tyrell got a natural 20 and Jack got a 19. So,
Oh,
fortunately, those two carry Otep and Kit through this. Party average is good enough. Barely. So,
thank you, Tyrell and Chad.
Yeah.
so
Yes,
you
thank
guys,
you, NPC.
we'll say this fight happened at about 10 p.m. Okay, 10:30.
Cool.
It's fall, so long enough that it's definitely
Hell
nighttime.
yeah.
Right. It's about this time of year. Maybe late September instead of October, but like it's getting darker earlier.
I love fall.
Leaf fall down. And you all manage to make your way to this lovely clearing. And I would please like to you all to know we are now about 8 miles outside of Sintra. Okay,
Hey.
you've been traveling for about
Cool.
the better part of 2 hours. Okay, it is now midnight. It is late. If you wish to push on, you can. However, you also know that to go further would mean you do not get a long rest, and the consequences of that mean you may take a level of exhaustion if you don't pass your con saves. So exhaustion is real, does exist in this world. You guys are gonna have to. We're gonna track time. We're gonna track average day distance. I think it makes it interesting, and it adds stakes to having to traverse the world and not face the consequences of beating up the town representative. Right?
Cool.
So,
Cool.
what would you all?
Oh.
I do say, it's been a long run.
Yeah,
Uh,
how are we? How are you guys? I'm specifically kind of like I feel like I trust that Fenris and Dasha are going to be halfway decent, so I'm kind of focusing on Jack and Tyrell being like, how are you guys doing? Is there anything I can do? You want some water? You want anything?
oh boy, I love running. I could just run all day.
Cool, absolutely. We love this. Jack here is a cool ass boy. And then I kind of like I turn around and I kind of like get real for a second. I'm like, "How we doing, guys? Are you guys okay?" Like, I think we're far enough away that if we want to, we can take a long rest for the night, which I wouldn't mind.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
Yeah.
I think that's yeah.
Uh,
Okay.
but before we go any farther, I just y- I'm the only one in trouble here. I'm the only
Yeah.
one that killed
no. anyone. No.
Oh,
No.
honey, no.
No. Don't start
What?
that. No.
What is she starting, Fenris?
I think she's going to suggest that we leave her behind.
I'm not suggesting it. I'm not suggesting it. I'm just saying that the bounty is on my head, and
Well,
if it would make you feel more comfortable.
well, technically he was there for me.
That's true. Me and Jack
Yeah.
can hang out.
Whoa, hey! Whoa, I didn't do nothing. I said he was there for me. I didn't do shit to those people.
That's
Listen,
very fair.
okay,
So again,
listen. Your
Yeah.
sins are all of our sins, okay?
Yeah.
Come on.
We
We're
aren't leaving
family.
anybody behind.
This is how this works.
Yeah.
okay. I just wanted to present the choice.
Well, that's very
Okay.
touching of you all.
Thanks, Guy.
And what is your name?
Yeah.
Sir? Because I
I
feel like
Mm.
I didn't notice anything about this guy in the bar at all.
No, you didn't.
So-
You did not clock this man at the bar. He's just here now.
Other than maybe I noticed him turning into a sheep.
Yes, you noticed the sheep and you noticed the crying.
I remembered that, and I noticed the crying. So it's very like,
Yes, of course. How rude of me. My name is Tyrell. Pleased to make your acquaintance. And he
hero.
is a very tall, wizened elf. And elves don't really do wizened. He is he old. He is
Okay.
bald, which is super unusual for an elf. But he shaves his head. He is in the same sort of very awkward, centuries outdated plain clothes. They are, of course, of elvish design. And he now he seems calm and composed, very put together, but decidedly not he is strong of character and mind, not of body.
Okay.
He does have a beard. It tickles his belly button. And it's very bushy. I don't know, that just seemed fun. Elves don't normally have wrinkles
Elves don't normally have
on their skin. But he does. His skin is aged by sun and rain and sand, and he doesn't look human, right? Like, he's definitely an elf. but he's just aged. He's an aged elf, and I don't think any of you have seen really truly many elves of his age before. You're looking at literally a relic. Uh, you have all stopped running, and you are we're heaving for breath,
Okay.
trying to figure out if we are going to abandon Dasha or not.
No.
I would
Not here,
like
but
a
no.
perception, nature, or survival check from you all once again, please.
Okay.
Ooh.
Perception is acceptable.
Shoot, I should have eaten
We
dinner.
gotta switch the dice.
22.
Yeah. Oh,
There
Jesus.
we
23.
go.
Okay.
Let's say 20 not nat.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Whispers
Oh.
of an autumnal breeze have slipped through the branches around the camp that you all had set up. A rabbit screams in the distance, and Dasha, you imagine a den full of young fox kits, bellies full and warm, and you're relieved and admit to yourself, kind of excited at how things resolved last night. You're glad to be outside, and you missed the sounds of your companions in a camp, though you're still trying to get used to not being alone anymore. Otep, the scream jars you back to nights in Tippereth, where the air was always sweet and a little warm, and you'd share cups of wine with members of the guard while fireflies lit up the grove. It feels good to have your old marching companions back again, and you've realized that there's a little bit of glue here that you hadn't quite scraped off in the wilds yet, and you're not sure you want to. Fenris, you've become more used to the woods as you've been traveling for the better part of 2 weeks now to get here to Singtra. But tonight you find yourself thinking of the nights at the School of High Magics where you'd spend times on tops of the towers, running along battlements and parapets and looking down at the city. You hadn't realized just how much you'd missed your friends being buried in your work, but you do find yourself wishing the wind wasn't quite so cold. Night is now here well and truly, and you all know that you may have been pursued from the city. However, you appear to have lost your pursuers, either by distance or by luck. Sadly, since you did not remand yourselves to custody, you're unsure of your wanted status by the guards. As you all look again to the sky, you are once again hit with the thought that the stars have fallen. There are two gaping black holes where once the constellation of the goddess of death and the goddess of life revolved in the heavens. Tyrell looks to you all with eyes that see through the cosmos and says, I fear our powers are insignificant to hers. She has come. It would seem my research was correct.
Who?
What exactly were you researching?
Well, that is a long, long story. You see, I am 500 years old. I was a young man when the Cataclysm struck this world. Life was good and people came together at first. Tippereth was open. There were no guards. There was no wall. People came and went freely. And then the sky fell, and the earth rose from the ocean. And then the oceans disappeared. It was like the world had gone mad. I didn't understand it. How could I? Very few knew what was going on. And then came the hunting. For close to 200 years after the Cataclysm, magic users were hunted to extinction. The world seemed to have lost its axis. So, Tippereth closed their gates, of course, for if people are killing magic users, what must a magical city do? I was not content with a life inside walls, so I left. I couldn't bear to shut myself away from the world. And I walked, and I read, and I went through people's lives just to know and try and understand why. I remembered, finally, after watching the murder and violence and finding nothing but rubble and corpses, the first day I found a place that seemed not untouched, because nothing was left untouched, but like maybe it was putting itself back together. And that was here. The first vestiges of settlement were around Lake Laogai. Nothing much, it was people in tents and shacks fishing, just to stay alive, trying to find some semblance of life again, a home, purpose. And I left. I continued my travels, and for a long, long time, I tried to learn all I could, but alas, was but an elf, not a mage or a scholar. I was just an elf determined not to be locked in the world like some artifact. And in my travels, I found my way back, and of course I learned there was a new magic school in Ritsang, relatively new. This was, of course, shocking to me. As far as I knew, there was no magic. And, of course, there are fears in this world. But I had yet to find an answer. Why had this happened to us? Why was I compelled to just bear witness to the deaths of all of these people? I mean, so, I had been with the school for many, many years. And I researched and researched and researched. I had simply been using the school just to learn about cultures and belief systems prior to the Cataclysm. Maybe there was something we missed. Maybe there was something we did wrong. And then I found it. I found the reason why. Kit, you'd never seen me. I'd been with the school for years. I've grown weary of the world. I locked myself in my room. They would bring me books. The school left me alone to study as I saw fit. I've been there long enough. I'm functionally a piece of furniture now. I would spend days in the archives reading tomes in languages I don't fully understand yet, of course. Mostly it's cathartic. Of course, I would read the ancient Elvish, and in there, in a children's story, of all things, there it was, the answer. You see, when I was growing up, the world had dragons. And the dragons, in their hubris, sought to take the sun. And the goddess of life could not permit this. And of course the goddess of death could not let the sun go unpunished for its crimes of existing and providing life to the world. So there was a war. The dragons pulled the goddess of death down from the sky, and in so doing, the goddess of life came right down with her to right the scales. And they ripped our world apart like a toy. Now, this, of course, was but a hunch at the time. I've now concluded that research. This was the beginning, right? I learned later that it's not just dragons, it was men, mortals, elves, orcs, common folk. It was not the dragons. The dragons were on our side. See, the people, they found a way. They found a way to corrupt dragons. I don't know how, I don't know what it does, but they found a way to corrupt dragons so they would rip our world apart. And, of course, call the goddess of death down to the world for us. For it was her kingdom. Now, I suppose you want to know why I was in Singtra?
Yes, that would be nice.
Helpful.
Several weeks ago, I was trying to maybe recreate. No, that's the wrong words. A few weeks ago, I was in my chambers doing research. Truly just research. I had stumbled onto some rite that, if performed properly, seemed to allude to creating some sort of monstrosity. It seemed related, it was in Draconic, but I don't speak Draconic. Now, I passed it along to a colleague, who must have passed it along to another colleague. And so I went to go visit this colleague in their home one night, and they were dead. I grabbed what I could of my notes and left for here immediately. And that is where you found me. And then, of course, I couldn't let sweet Jack here get taken by what did you call him so endearingly, Mr. Otipereth?
His
Representative Vaughn Fuckface, I believe.
Yes. His full name is Ashley Vaughn. Ashley Vaughn. I can't even remember his last
I
name.
don't.
Right
I
now
don't even
because
think
he's like a
that's.
prick.
I don't think that's
But
what he asked you, though.
That's a joke that we call him at the guild. Yeah. He's not very well liked when it comes up to the people who come down from Three-Horn Pass.
Well, and you're wondering about this new magic. You see, that's recent as of days, perhaps?
What
You
is?
mean you just got magic powers? You just discovered you can cast magic?
Yeah, I don't know what I was doing in the bar. And he is, like, actively, like, sweating again. He's, like, nervous again.
Okay.
It's alright.
It's
Wait.
it's fine. You're around
You
friends.
mean- Yeah.
Like, but that's pretty crazy.
Wait
Was
a
there
minute.
anything?
Who's sweating? It's Tyril.
Tyrell.
Tyrell
Yeah.
is sweating.
Okay.
Yeah, Tyril's been
Okay,
giving us
he's-
all this information.
And yes, that's what I assumed. It's just he's the one that just discovered that he had magic like days ago. Okay. Cool. We can keep going. Sorry.
Is there any pattern to the kind of magic you can do? Or
Uh,
is it just a random thing?
well, let's see. Uh, this one worked really well last time. And he creates a bonfire on the campfire pit.
Oh,
Oh, cool. I
very
can
nice.
do that.
Cool,
Um,
thank you.
or sometimes I can do. Well, I have to touch one of you, and you may not like it.
If you shock me, I'ma kill you.
Well, I don't
I'm-
know if
That's
that's what it is.
That's joking. She's not gonna kill you. She might hurt you, but she's not gonna kill you.
I could though. Let's just put that into account.
Here, you and Otep's gonna walk over and kind of like pull his like armor up a little bit and reach his arm out. Like,
Okay. Um. So you want him to touch your armor?
yeah, well, like touch my arm.
Touch your arm. Okay.
Yeah.
He's gonna cast shocking grasp on you.
I fucking knew it!
Do it.
Woo! This man
It
So
does.
can I-
It does not hit. It
Okay.
fizzles.
Oh, bud. Wait a minute.
God, did you just try to fucking shock me? What the hell?
Well, sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. I don't know.
But if you know that it's gonna like work that way, then you shouldn't try to shock someone who just helped you.
And sometimes I can do.
I know. I don't want to
The
see
other-
anything.
the
else.
other
I'm
thing I
afraid
can-
you're gonna like.
No.
I'm afraid you're gonna freaking kill me.
The other thing I can do is this. And he casts what you guys would reason. Actually, why don't you all make me an Arcana check? Ha 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 ha. I'm not giving away information. You have to earn that.
An Arcana check, you say?
Yes.
That is a
fuck.
natural 20 plus 2.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that's a 5 for me.
Okay. So
Yeah,
yeah.
mine is-
So give it to me.
Dasha, you know, he is casting tongues. He cast tongues on Otep and is now speaking Celestial. And Otep can understand it, and you can understand him.
I can understand celestial.
He cast tongues on you. The
Yeah,
spell
now you
grants the
can.
creature you touch the ability to understand any spoken language it hears. Moreover, when the target speaks, any creature that knows at least one language and can hear the target understands what it says.
That's pretty
Cool.
cool.
So yeah, so Dasha and Kit and Fen, you guys are hearing him speaking Celestial. Otep, you're hearing him speaking just one of the languages you understand.
Question, Mr. Tyrell?
Oh, hang on, I have to roll another die.
Oh,
Oh, that's okay. Let me pull up that table.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
oh, I know it. Oh,
Oh, yeah.
No.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I love
That's a 90. Hang on. Where'd it go?
Oh no. Oh no.
Yeah, I don't know what
Turn
it's.
into a rooster this time.
He might. That'd be hilarious. Oh, where did you go? I saved you.
Ah!
Jesus. There we go. No, why are you not what I wanted? Uh, 90.
90.
He is. Okay, nothing appears to change about him.
That's exactly what I.
Cool. Yeah. Nothing.
Cool.
Yeah. No. So we're just talking.
So we're just
Nothing
talking.
happened.
Yeah, nothing appears to
Um,
happen to him.
So, sir, Mr. Tyrell,
Mhm.
I have a couple questions regarding what you just said to me, and
Yeah.
my good pals here. First of all, you said she. You said you found her. one of the first things you said was that you found her. Am I
Yeah,
crazy?
She has come.
That she has come. Who is she?
He points up to the sky.
Goddesses of life and death.
And
Does that mean it's happening again?
Is he just not? Are you?
Did
Why
did it-
aren't you talking?
it never end?
it stopped. It must have, because I've been here for 400 years, and stars have been back in the sky. But
But they're
something.
not.
But now they're not.
But
Tonight they are not.
Yeah.
Tonight they are
Look,
not.
the Queen of
Okay.
Darkness constellation isn't in the sky. I know where that is.
Correct. So they must be
So-
somewhere here. They've come back for some reason.
Whoa. Okay. Wait a minute. What? What? Oh my.
Okay.
What?
And you've come to
So-
Sintra.
No, I
the big wild
no,
guy.
not necessarily here. They are now in this plane of existence. They are now.
No, right,
Yeah. Okay.
right. But Tyrell has
Hmm.
come to Sintra specifically.
Because he was running
Because-
away from something in Ritsang.
Right.
Okay. And we don't know what that is.
No, we do. He found a murdered colleague and just noped the fuck out
Right.
of
Right.
there.
Right. That was in Red Saint. Great.
Yeah.
Great.
Was that colleague? Did that colleague? Did they die while doing the ritual, or were they murdered? Just
There was murder.
oh,
He was he was
Okay.
pretty clear, like they were killed. They didn't die, they were killed. But he is you would really have to press him to give more graphic details.
No.
He is reticent to talk about this.
Two other questions. One of which, Tyril. I'm gonna keep saying your name until it doesn't sound weird coming out of my mouth.
It's always going to sound weird cutting it out of your mouth. Elven names always do.
It's very strange. This is gonna seem like a weird question. What? This is okay. This is to DM Caleb.
Yeah, what's up?
What is he wearing?
Oh god, you're gonna make me do elf history clothing.
Yes.
He is probably in Yeah, okay. So he was from a time when things were good and life was grand. But this stuff has seen but his like original clothing from like 400 years ago is gone. This is from like say 200 years ago. So think very straight boxy lines. Like stitching was a thing, but like patterning and cutting maybe not so much.
Cool.
Tailoring not really. Like it's functional clothing. It looks, it's breeches and boots and a long tunic with a vest and an overcoat, right? And like thick leggings maybe. But it's nothing very ornate or pretty. It's functional.
Cool.
He's clearly taken care of it. Obviously for it to last this long. But like that's, natural fibers and stuff. They do last a long time if you take care of them. So
Cool. Is he wearing anything that's like covering this area of him?
his shirt.
Okay. Now back into character. This is gonna seem like a weird question. Can you just pull your shirt down?
I'm sorry?
It's just to hear. Just
What? I
just
what? Give
It's
me a persuasion check.
okay. Persuasion. How am I at that? Oh, I'm really good at that. Oh, that is a 18 plus 5.
Yeah, okay. He pulls his shirt down. There's nothing there.
Okay. Great. That's it.
That was
thank you.
uncomfortable.
I'm.
Do you do this to all of your? Why didn't you
I
do
do.
that to Jack? That's what I want to know.
Hey, Jack, can you pull your shirt down for a second?
Give me a persuasion check.
My
Actually,
fucking
no,
God.
it's Jack. Give me an intimidation
No,
check.
An intimidation check. That's so much more fun. Da 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 da. 18.
Okay. He has one hair.
Okay,
Oh,
that's
honey.
just
He has a
something.
one long curly Q hair.
Oh God. Okay. Thank you. And then I'm just gonna turn back to Tyrell.
He lovingly strokes his one chest hair and tucks it back in his shirt. I'm sorry, that was gross. That was gross.
I'm just gonna turn back to
That
Tyrell.
didn't happen.
Well,
Cool.
my other question is, you said you've been teaching. You've been teaching for years. What have you been? You said that you were at the university.
He was researching.
He was
walked away.
researching. He's
You've
not.
been
He's,
researching.
I would've
he's not a
known it if he
teacher.
was teaching.
He's
Yeah,
not
no.
I was gonna. Okay, that was my
So-
question.
He's
'cause
just
I,
like
Yeah.
So yeah,
I was like, if
here's.
you don't know magic, what have you been teaching?
He's not. So yeah,
Well,
he's. So here's.
excellent.
I'll give you guys as players his deal now. Okay. His deal. Tyrell is a 500-year-old elf. He was originally a anthropologist, archaeologist. That was his whole thing. Because he's from before the Cataclysm, and cultural exchange, going out to travel the world, very much the vibe, right? He was not blessed with the gift of magic at a young age, but he found enjoyment in studying cultures and peoples and practices and things. Cataclysm happened. Tippereth shut itself off from the world. Hence why you had a job when you got there, Otep, as a member of the guard. And then he decided to leave and travel the world. Yeah, we're just doing the quick spark notes of this, I guess. He ostensibly was going through the detritus that was left over from the Cataclysm to try and make sense of it. Because what he saw after leaving Tippereth, Tippereth got hit, don't get me wrong, but Tippereth is big. It's a big forest. The world was very not okay, but they made themselves okay reasonably efficiently. They were still a functional society. Lots of other places were not that fortunate. Most of the world was not that fortunate. And so he couldn't bear to just be stuck in this city, so he chose to leave. Went through the detritus of this cataclysm, tried to help people find peace, help where he could, find answers for himself. He took much a similar path that you did, Otep, going to different temples and monasteries and religious retreats, almost spiritual journeys, despite the in spite of the lack of magic, because he felt that it was his way to sort of make sense of it all. He never got there until the last couple of days. Now, he was at the school. He was purely there in a research capacity. He was there ostensibly from the beginning. Please don't make me put a date on it. He's been there. He's kind of a fixture. You would have had literally zero interaction with him. He's there. He's not part of the faculty. He's not part of the staff. He's literally just a dude in the library. He's that one super senior that's maybe graduated but still takes one class to come through and use the gym. He was doing research for a long time. A couple of weeks ago, found something about a ritual maybe related to this goddess of death. Not totally sure. In the Draconic, right? And then passed it off to a colleague, figuring it was, some nonsense or whatever, and then found, when he went to go retrieve the translation, he found that colleague dead. Murdered. Killed.
Sorry.
No, I think that's about it. He fled to Singtra because he didn't know what else to do and wasn't thinking, and on the road, suddenly he could cast again.
Wow. Is it just a clarification question? as of now, is it only the goddess of death that's missing from the sky?
No, they are both missing.
They're both gone, right? Because when you take one, the other comes.
The other comes
Yes.
down.
Okay,
Yep.
they're tethered.
Yes.
So technically, is it 2 constellations, but they're joined, or is it just 1 constellation together of the both of them?
I suppose technically it's 2 constellations joined with other stars in
Okay.
the mix. I think is probably the best. So it looks like there is now a outline void, I guess, in the stars. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does.
Do
Thank you.
Do you have this ritual?
I'm
Yeah.
afraid. The first time I created a bonfire,
You did not.
well,
Oh, come on.
it wasn't on purpose! And he, like, very huffily gets up and stomps a couple feet away from the group of you.
I mean, hang
You
on.
are 500 years old, and you just stormed away from a conversation.
No, he's not, like, storming away. He's just,
Right.
like, he's agitated, so he's standing up and, like, walking away a few feet. Like,
being a child.
no. He
Like,
might
that's
he might have been being like a little petulant because like, come on, I've had magic for 3 fucking days.
That's fair.
But also
That's
no,
it.
like he's not disengaging. He's just getting up because he's agitated. Like he didn't want to burn the notes that his colleague. He hadn't even gotten to read them. I
okay.
didn't even get to read my notes. I burned them the first night.
So you've
you
none left.
So you
So-
don't know what it said at all.
I know. I grabbed it and ran. I came by for a late night visit and I panicked. I figured I was next. Maybe they were waiting and watching to see who took the notes. I don't know. But I grabbed them and ran, and then that couple of days later I sat down to read them and I couldn't see, and I thought to myself, boy, it would be nice if I could see, and they burst into flames.
A couple questions.
Mm.
Again,
Mhm.
sorry. Very interested in your life. How do you cast magic?
If I'm honest, I'm not totally sure yet. Last time I did it, I had this rock in my hand, and he picks. I had my notes in my hand, and then I also was holding this rock, and it's literally just a stone. Like
Oh, okay.
it's
Okay.
literally just a rock.
Like a literal. Okay.
It is a
well,
literal rock. However, why don't y'all give me an Arcana check?
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Fuck's sake. Ace. I'm burning this dice.
Dice jail for you.
Dice jail. Oh,
Dice
really?
jail.
Now you're gonna
That's,
crit. Now you're gonna
that's
crit.
a
Wow.
12 for me.
Okay.
I already forget what you asked me to.
Arcana.
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 That's a
I'm
13.
not good at that arcana.
Arcana.
I'm so mad.
That's why I still have you running. Yeah, there it is. So what'd y'all get? Okay. So, Otep, you get nothing.
Yep.
Uh,
I don't know shit about arcana.
Fen, what'd you get again?
I think it was an 8.
Nope.
Or, yeah.
Dasha?
I got a 13. It's not great, but it's something.
There is, like, little magical tinglies coming off this rock. It's
Okay,
probably
yeah,
his focus.
I was
It's
gonna
also
say, I
literally
think I already
just a
knew
rock.
that.
It is
Is
also
it just
Yeah.
it is his focus is literally just a rock.
Oh god, okay.
Also, for all of you guys, since we're treating level 6 as our base level for this game, he is in fact level 6.
Excellent.
So yeah, he is leveled appropriately to you all. He is not level 1. But keep in mind, we are starting everybody at level 6.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
um,
Okay, that's how you cast magic.
would,
I had another
would you
question.
care to know how I defecate as well? I mean, I figured since you're asking me about all sorts of other things, I may as well include it.
No, not right now. But thank you.
You do remember that I killed people like an hour or two ago, right?
He reaches out and
Dasha.
flicks you in the nose and casts Shocking Grasp.
Hey.
Does a nat 20 hit?
Fuck you. Yes, it hits.
That's 3, and that you only take 6 damage. I will have you know I am far too old to be spoken to by the likes of you 3. Thank you.
We just saved your ass back there. I don't know why you're being smart and shocking me in the face, but, you know, I'm just trying to ask some questions, some clarifying questions. You said that you got magic a couple days ago, so, wanted to know how you suddenly were able to cast magic, because a lot of the time there has to be reasons for that. So, these
I'm
questions are
sorry,
supposed to help
maybe you're
us.
here to kill heretics.
I'm
About
going
that.
I'm gonna cast
I'm sorry?
Prestidigitation.
No, I'm gonna
No.
grab your arm and
I'm
be
gonna
like,
put a hand on her.
yeah,
Oh, no,
like,
it's
Dasha,
not-
no.
I'm not hurting him. It's prestidigitation.
no.
I can't do shit. I'm doing it.
Alright, what do you do? Actually, wait, no. No. You two want to stop her? I need contested strength checks from all 3 of you. So it's
Okay.
gonna be the average of Otep and Fen versus Dasha.
Am I
well, that's-
doing a saving throw or just a straight up?
It's a opposed strength check, just regular
Okay.
strength.
Well, my contribution
Because
is
strength.
It's
Well-
8.
Well, my contribution is 21. So
Well, my contribution is in fact. Oh fuck. A 14. So
Okay, I need another check from all 3 of you.
fuck a duck, bro.
Dead tie.
That is a natural 20.
An 8 again.
yeah, that's a 10.
Yeah,
Yeah,
alright. Nope. So you guys,
Alright.
you guys try. You have her for like a second. You guys are in a stalemate as Dasha's arm goes forward, and then it just pushes through the last little bit, and the spell is cast. What does your spell do?
So prestidigitation does a lot of things, and literally what I'm trying to do is just send a shower of sparks into the air.
Oh, all right. Yeah, that happens.
I wasn't trying to hurt him. I was literally just trying to,
Yeah.
Yeah. So I just do that. That's it. That's what I do.
All right. Fair enough.
I'm just trying to understand, man.
We would take on
Oh!
a hurt.
Those. You're me?
What?
Yeah, we're you. We are the heretics.
And
Of course we are.
and
Minor illusion.
and he looks at you guys like he's finally seeing all of you not just as violent like people with weapons who grabbed him out of a bar, but he's actually like now taking the time to look at all of you individually.
I'm casting light in my hand.
Oh, that's a lovely
a little.
touch. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He takes a moment to seriously look each of you in the eyes, up and down, and you can tell that he's used to this. He knows people. He studies people. He has picked through every single inch of your story before you've even told it to him. He's seen you guys before. And he looks each of you in the face and very quietly looks down at his feet and shakes his head and says, I'm sorry. I am being chaotic and rude and generally not myself tonight. I think we could all say that. And he looks very pointedly at you, perhaps, Dasha, since you are still covered in blood. A lot of blood, it should be noted. Um,
I wanna walk right up to him and just kind of like put an arm on his shoulder and be like, "It's okay,
now,
but you deserve this." And then I slap the shit out of him.
oh no, Ben! I'm not. Oh, all right. Okay, here's the thing. I'm not gonna ask you to roll to see if
No,
you hit.
I'm not. No,
I'm
this
asking.
is not
No,
even
no, no,
an
no.
attack.
Shh,
This is
no.
not an attack.
Hey, this is my game. Yes, it is. You're gonna slap him.
All right, fine, fuck it.
But here's
fine.
the thing. Here's the thing I need
I'll
you to
bring him back
catch.
from the dead. I don't care.
Here's the thing I need you to catch. I'm not asking you to roll to hit. I'm asking you to roll to miss.
All right.
He's a frail old man in street clothes, Ben. He's not hard to hit.
So this is a roll to miss.
This
Yes.
is a roll not to murder
So-
this man.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's a That's a. What is it? Just it's an attack roll.
Yeah, it's
so
it's an
I need-
unarmed attack, so it's plus your strength.
It's an unarmed track, so it's so. Oh yeah, that's a 16 to hit.
Yeah, all right. Roll your damage.
Okay, cool. Yeah,
That
it's
was
just
1
4
damage.
bludgeoning.
It's just 4.
Oh
Oh.
my
How
god.
much HP does he have?
Yeah,
Oh, he's.
but
fine.
then the moment that he's like on the ground for a second, reeling, I then reach down, put my hand on his other shoulder, and I give him back however many life he lost with my
Your
healing
pool.
grass. Yeah, my pool,
Yeah. Okay.
my lay on hands.
I like healing grass.
like,
That's nice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
healing grass. It's you're among friends now, but that doesn't mean that you get a free ride. So we
Mm,
need to know more about what's going on.
and I've told you what I know. Jesus. And
Okay,
what about
okay.
you, lanky one? Do you want to get a lick
Um,
in too? And he's looking at you, Fen.
Oh
he's,
no.
He's still on the ground.
No, I don't fancy getting my ass kicked any more than it has been this evening, and I extend my hand, help him up.
I'm so happy Fenris is here.
You two could learn some manners from this one, you know.
So could you.
He blows a raspberry at you.
Oh
I
god.
slapped the shit out of him
Respect.
again.
No, respect. I wanna. Can I try to stop? Can I try to stop Otep?
Yeah, why are you beating up this NPC, Ben? Do you want combat? Is that what you
He's
want?
being a dick.
This isn't
No,
this.
he's being a dick.
He's allowed to be a dick. You don't get to hit him.
He is
We
500 years old.
He's 500 years old, bruh. He's 500 years old. B, next time he's gonna nuke the shit out of you.
Yeah, and he didn't tell you what else is 500 years old. These nuts.
Oh my
Um,
god.
Uh,
So-
can I try to stop Otep's hand?
Yeah.
What do I have to roll for that? I'm
Contested
having fun
strength check
rolling things.
checks
Yay!
you too.
Wait, while this is happening, clarification. He's level 6, so he gains 6 levels of what I'm assuming is wild magic sorcerer in a day, in like 3 days.
Yeah, he's real
So
sweaty.
he's just
Oh, no.
he's just sorcerer. There's
Yeah.
nothing that he's been. So he was really just not doing anything.
He
for a
was
lot of
he
time.
was literally straight up like an archaeologist for hundreds of
That's
years,
very
and
silly.
now he's like Indiana Jones but with magic.
Cool.
I mean,
Great.
not really Indiana Jones. He has no fighting
the Ammo
skills,
Jones.
but like yeah.
I got an 18. for
yeah,
strength.
okay, I got a 13.
Yeah, okay, you
so-
stop him.
All
Now-
right, yeah, I'm gonna like force myself off and be like, fine, and just like walk away and like walk into the darkness a little bit and just sit down and pull out a set of beads and start meditating.
I am going to ask Tyrell, because I assume you know a thing or two about pre-calamity artifacts.
Oh, I do. There's one thing you guys should know. He's got 2 daggers strapped to his belt and a short bow.
Oh,
Cool.
great.
Thank you.
He's
Useful.
he does not really look like he could use them very well, but he has them.
Cool.
They're
No.
elvish. They're pretty, but
Ooh.
he's clearly not. He's clearly not a warrior. He is a book dude.
Book dude.
I'm sorry, you were saying. I just figured you might want that before we got too much further, as I'm sitting here looking at his character sheet.
No, all good.
And thinking of things to tell you.
Actually, thinking about that crossbow. So my mom makes crossbows. Can I discern anything at a check from anything special about this crossbow, or is it just like...
It's a short bow,
Ooh.
right?
Oh, the bow that he is carrying?
Yes.
Give me an investigation check.
Sure.
But yeah, he's carrying a
20.
Okay.
Wow, I
It
crit, really.
is okay, cool. It is of a elvish design.
Okay.
It is high quality. Clearly most likely a going away present from somebody before he set off. Perhaps somebody you can't determine the type of relationship, but this does not seem like you've only known him a short time, but this does not seem the kind of thing that he would have taken of his own volition, right? Like it's
Right.
it's
Yeah.
really there is love in this piece.
He's a lover, not a fighter.
Yeah, he's
Is it-
a learner, not a fighter.
Yeah.
Although
He doesn't even love.
although his charisma score is really high, he's just grumpy
Good
tonight
to
because he turned
know.
into a sheep and had to cry for 10 minutes.
Oh no, I do that every night.
Oh,
Um,
did his thing end? Did any of you try and touch him?
No,
I slapped the
Mm,
shit out of him.
that's true.
Did something happen?
No.
Did something happen to me?
Nope. Nope.
Cool.
The effect was over. So now that we're past it, the effect was he turned into an illusion.
That's fun.
Oh,
That's
wow.
pretty fun. I love wild magic. Mr. Tyrell, that last raspberry respected it. I respect the hustle. May I examine one of your daggers? You don't have to let me touch it.
Sure. And he like pulls one out. Hang on, let me grab my knife.
Tyrell.
How y'all doing, chat?
I wish that I was in the Twitch. I wish I could see who's here. Hello, Twitch.
Yeah.
You should. Oh god.
Caleb.
This is our DM. How fucked is that?
And so he's got it, and he reaches, he pulls it out with his left hand, and then he grabs it like this and
Oh,
hands
no,
it
no,
to
no.
you.
Honey.
I'm gonna like really gently take it from him and just be like,
And then he very gently lets go.
just a word of advice. You should never grab your weapon by the blade.
Yeah, that's scissors. That's
Can
scissors,
I
not knives.
Can I test the sharpness?
gonna
Like, did he
say,
cut himself?
Give me an investigation check.
Okay. That is a 17 plus 5.
It is a very dull dagger.
Okay, so okay.
They're very
cool.
pretty, but they are
Very
clearly
pretty, but very dull, okay.
kind of, they're dull, and perhaps the bow is not ceremonial. The daggers
Seems ceremony.
seem
So-
ceremonial. You don't recognize, none of you sort of recognize
Right.
what's on them. You can tell that it's antique work, but like, you guys are babies. You guys are like babies.
Yeah.
There are no, there's no Google.
Oh,
There's none of that. You have no idea what
Let me
you're
just
looking
Google
at,
it real
really.
quick.
Right, yeah,
Oh, no.
you can't Google Elven scrollwork design. Like, you have no idea what
Right.
you're looking at, really.
So this is, I don't think that, let me know if this is something that I can or cannot know. It seems like these have never been sharpened and are not meant to be sharpened.
I don't know about not meant to, but
Okay,
I
but they look like they've, okay.
don't really know how to. I live with books and paper and ink. Well,
Hey,
I'm not a fighter.
I'm really glad that you have these. Would you mind if tomorrow I sharpened them for you?
No.
If you ever need to use them, it would make me feel more comfortable that they actually did something.
You fucking broke him. Like he's. I don't think I've heard him laugh this hard in a while.
I don't know what's happening anymore.
Inspiration.
You broke him real hard. So here's the question: can you repeat what you said? Because I just want to hear it again now.
What?
Can I sharpen? Yeah, it was you. It was you. It was.
Oh,
Can I sharpen these daggers for you tomorrow? I would just feel a lot safer knowing that if you used them, they did something. Yes. Thank you. And he is gonna pull the other one out, and he's gonna hand it to you, Blade, first.
Okay. Nope. Also not that. Yeah, we're gonna. Thank you. I'm gonna just pull out my swords, just like very lightly and very gently. Yes, that's the correct way to hand someone that. I'm gonna just pull out my swords, and I'm gonna be like, I use both of these at the same time. I'm gonna try to teach you how to use both of those at the same time, and not hurt yourself or people you don't mean to hurt. Okay? Can we agree on that?
That sounds lovely, but it's past my bedtime, dears.
Great. That's fine.
So yeah. Any last minute questions? This is kind of reaching the point where we got a long rest, or you're not gonna get one. Yeah,
I
what's
have
up?
one more question for him. This might be a bit more your speed. If you fancy looking at what I think is a pre-calamity relic, although I don't know. I pull out my focus.
Oh, intriguing. You show him your focus.
Yes.
I'm gonna get the metal dice for this one.
Oh boy. Can you tell me anything about this?
I'm gonna go sit with Otep.
Okay. Sorry, I'm reading a whole bunch of things to
No,
make sure I
you're
give you
good.
the information that I actually want to. Okay, that is a... Ooh.
We are the trees, we are the air, we are the light. We are the trees, we are the air, we are the light. We are the trees.
We are the light.
We are the trees.
He reaches out to touch it and snaps back and goes, "Ow! That was...
What?
Let me try again." And he's gonna make an Arcana check.
What?
Okay. I've never seen it do that before.
17. Okay. So here is what happens. The first time he reaches out his hand to like try and touch it, and no, you don't see anything, but he just like jolts away from it. The second time he's able to grab it, and he looks at it and curiously just turns it over and over and over in his hands, and says, I don't know that I've ever seen anything quite as beautiful as this. And he seems almost to be his eyes, he seems to be sucked into it a little bit.
Oh no, I'm gonna take that back from him real quick.
Okay. Why don't you give me a quick strength check?
Oh no, my favorite thing,
Oh, bitch.
and it's a
Fenris is
fucking
so-
2.
Fenris is so
Oh,
lanky.
goddamn it.
He
Fenris
is.
real lanky.
Still,
mean, yeah.
still better than what he rolled. You take it, no problem. It comes out
Okay.
of his hand. Yeah.
That's weird. I put it back in my bag, or within my cloak where it came from.
I just wrote down into my notes just as a general idea. Tyrell is kind of a dick. He doesn't know how to play with his knives. He doesn't really know how to talk to people. He wants our shit.
He doesn't want
I'm
any
not
of your
saying- I'm not-
shit.
I'm
I
not
mean,
saying
to be
that
fair,
he was drawn to the thing.
I
He
mean,
wants
No,
that
he
shit.
was dazed. He was looking at it. That's all.
I'm not
wait,
saying like
actually,
I'm not saying we're gonna like Otep is very
I-
grumpy. It's been a long day.
I'm just gonna
Okay.
start rubbing Otep's back really quick.
Hey, give
Like,
Fen a
no,
chance
thank
to say
you.
things.
Sorry.
What do you want?
no, it's all good. I just say, oh, sorry about that. It's not done that before for me. Weird.
It seems. Do you feel warm when you use it?
No, not warm, but I do definitely feel attached to it. I can
Well,
do magic without it. I've done it,
hmm.
but my magic definitely feels better, stronger when I use it.
Interesting. I'm afraid I don't know. I mean, my focus is literally a rock. And he pulls out his river
Lovely
stone,
rock.
and he just. Sometimes the focus chooses us, I guess. There was a time when perhaps you could pick a focus to really channel your power, but it seems those days might be gone. Although maybe not, who's to say? I've been alive for 500 years, and poof, I can do spells.
Fair enough.
Any other questions for anybody else? Jack is still here. Jack has just been chilling.
Ah,
Jack.
Hey,
Hi,
Jack.
Jack.
What's your
you're
last
right,
name?
Jack.
Jack-o'-lantern.
No.
They call me
Effing way.
that because every day I go up and down the street
Got
and light the
two N's.
lamps.
Wait. What?
Yeah, there's street lanterns, and he lights
You're
them,
a-
so he's Jack-o'-lantern.
You're a
Oh, I love that.
you're a lamplighter?
Yeah, he's a lamplighter and a bard.
Cool.
I love him.
Can you? All right. Can you just like play us all a quick little ditty as we fall asleep?
Yeah. If you don't mind, a lullaby would be nice.
That'll be 10 gold! And he smiles and holds a hand out.
Cool. Yeah. I hand him a gold coin.
I said 10
I got-
gold!
Honey, we saved your
10
life
gold?
today. I'd maybe
We
be a
saved
little
it,
bit
yeah. Yeah, if it weren't for us,
Maybe don't
you'd
test
be in the
us
hands
right
of
now.
people who thought you were heretics, and we know you're not a heretic.
Okay.
You're gonna take this 1 gold and play for us.
He sits down and plays his instrument.
Thank you.
So, are you
I-
guys setting a watch or no?
I was gonna say I will
Yeah.
take
Yes.
I will
yes.
just
Okay.
stay up.
So.
No, if you take the first watch, I can take the second because I
I'll
only
take
need
the
4
third.
hours to get a 4.
Sounds perfect.
Okay, cool.
Hell
yes.
As I'm keeping watch, I want to take out my wood carving tools and start carving a little thing, little tree into a thing.
Okay. Good stuff. I'm gonna roll some checks for your watches. Can you please tell me the order you are taking watch? Do you want Tyrell as he is a full elf to perhaps take a watch as well.
He can there's how many watches per long rest?
So you need
Typically-
8 hours for a long rest. Typically, it's 4 2-hour watches.
Cool.
Okay. Tyrell
Tyrell.
will be our Tyrell. Will be, Tyrell?
Tyril.
Tyrell.
Tyrell will be our fourth.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right. So here goes 4d20. You all awake, rested in the morning.
Cool.
However, you also know that in the daytime, the search will be faster for
Yes.
you all. So,
All right.
we're going to
yeah.
take a quick break here. We've done the RP. That was pretty heavy. You guys have a lot to process. I need more beverage and a little snack. Stream, we'll be back. Thank you for being with us tonight. We're having a blast.
We love you guys.
Yeah, we will be back.
They'll
No,
live. They'll
I'm-
live without it.
I was gonna say I'm not upset at all. They didn't hear it.
Good morning.
Morning, sunshine.
Good evening and good night.
Good morning, good
Look
evening,
alive,
and good
sunshine.
night. You know, fun fact about me: I can't stand Jim Carrey.
Yeah, because
That's kind of
you're-
fair.
Like, I
He's-
just don't like. I know I need to see whatever that movie is that's from, because it's apparently a
Eternal
masterpiece.
Sunshine of the Spotless
I don't
Mind.
even know what movie.
No, no,
it's
no.
from.
Good morning, good evening, and good
No,
night.
no,
Oh,
no.
that's,
Truman
Truman Show.
Yeah, apparently I do need to see
Ah,
that
right.
movie, and I
Yes.
recognize
Yeah,
that
that's a
fair.
good movie.
But not yet.
That movie is actually one of the few that if you haven't seen it, then we're gonna actually make a movie out of it because
Yeah, okay.
it's worth watching at least once.
Fair
No.
enough. Oh,
'Cause it's
yeah,
interesting.
because I don't think I've actually said this yet. For those of you watching at home, Ben is through that wall.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Oh, no. Oh, what's he? Oh, okay. Hit my door, hit my door. Thank you. Cool.
Yep.
What do so? You've all woken up after your long rest. All is well. There were no events throughout the night. You do not appear to have been found by your pursuers. I will say you're all a little wet. It's fall, so there was a dew, thick dew in the morning. You've got dry rations, unfortunately. There's not really any firewood around. That you guys didn't like go searching for firewood or anything last night. Like you just kind of made camp, chatted, and went to
Well,
bed.
yeah, because fucking Tyrell made a fire.
Yeah, yeah, I know. You also don't really have any food you could cook. Like
Yeah.
you've just got
No.
rations.
We kind of ran out of town.
Yeah, like you grabbed your shit and went.
Okay, if it's early enough in the morning, can I go hunting?
Yeah, I suppose you could.
Cool.
Give me a survival check, please.
Yeah.
Actually, wait. You have a ranger in the group.
Hi.
Yeah.
Don't you have an
Mhm.
ability
Yeah.
that just lets you
Hey.
forage food for like a party of 6?
I
yeah.
don't. Do I?
Did you read your character sheet or
No.
not?
Like I did. Like very detailed. I very detailedly read my character sheet, and I don't know where it says that.
I genuinely believe it's a class feature.
Features and traits.
Yeah,
Ba, ba,
there
ba,
it
ba, ba, ba,
is.
ba. Racial traits. Nope, that's a racial trait. That's not what I'm looking for.
Oh, Outlander background. JK. Thank you.
Oh, thank
Vaughn.
God. I was so nervous that
Yeah,
I
okay.
didn't read my character sheet well
No,
enough.
thank you, Sean.
But
Yeah, because I was
I
about
will
to be
go
all
hunting.
up on you on that. Yeah, sorry. That's my B. I was coming hot off the handle.
Motherfucker. Well,
I'll
here.
go. I will
yeah,
join you in hunting.
come,
though.
yeah,
Yeah.
come join me in hunting
Like,
because
absolutely.
you're probably better at it than me.
To be fair, typically,
To be fair.
to be fair,
To be fair.
to be fair, most rangers will take the Outlander feat or background. A lot of them do. Anyway,
I don't think I'm there yet. Is that right?
Hmm?
And never mind. Never mind. Never mind.
okay. So yeah, you want to go hunt? Roll me a survival check. Both you.
Can I do nature?
Fine.
Yay!
Not to hunt. You can do a nature check to forage.
Okay, I'll do that. No,
So
I kind of
did.
want to do it.
I'm doing a survival check.
Yeah.
So that's an 11
Nope.
with proficiency.
With
Ooh.
proficient or not with proficiency. With my bonus, it is a 15, which means that I did not add anything to it because I had no bonus.
Okay. You find some firewood and some fruits and berries.
Berries and fruits.
Berries and fruits.
I'm gonna
Berries and fruits.
Go back to Otep with my berries and fruits. Oh wait, am I doing a? I did it. Wait, I'm so sorry. That's a 20, a dirty 20.
Oh, you find mushrooms and wood and berries and some
Fruits?
sort of like natural. Yeah, you find fruits. You find some sort of like nuts you could maybe grind into butter. No, not really, but like you find like
Peanut
nuts.
butter.
Yeah, kinda.
I just find peanut
Yeah,
butter.
like you are able to forage for your group a very, very healthy and nutritious and filling salad, ostensibly. Doesn't really need to be cooked.
Oh, yeah.
Most of it you can just eat. But it is bountiful and it is pretty tasty. It's towards the end of the season. It's gonna. You guys know that in the wilds, in a couple more, in about another month or so, it's gonna be pretty hard going. Um,
Yeah.
So you guys know that you need to either get somewhere and then get somewhere else pretty pronto, or get somewhere and get some sort of transportation. You need a destination, or at the very least some sort of a permanent shelter for yourselves, because winter is not good in the months to come. It's still, like I said, late September, so winter is a ways off, but it is coming. It is. You can. It is on the way. The change is here.
Cool.
Okay. So I've been looking at the map, and with where we are, and with essentially the things that we're looking at, the question I feel like kind of comes to us right now of where do we want to go?
Yeah.
hmm
Trying to think.
And
Was there?
So
Sorry. Go.
yeah.
Oh,
Go ahead, or I can fill in some blanks if you guys want.
I'd like to hear the blanks, but for the group first. Also, we can plot out a route as well. We can have a like final destination and then destinations that we want to go along the way from there. Like we can try
Yeah.
and hit several things, which I think might be a good idea to hit several major points so that we're never too far away from resources, at least in early days while we're building things
Yeah.
up.
Yep.
Okay.
I think that the most palpable thing that we could go towards right now is Ritzang and
Yeah.
trying to figure out how what's his face's friend got murdered.
Yep.
Yeah.
And we have plenty of connections in Ritzang. We'll be fine.
Yep.
Also, question: do we want to send one of us disguised back into Singtra to grab any supplies or get anything that we may need? Because that's also an option. We do that for a day and then head out.
That might be a good idea, honestly.
Okay. Cool.
How do you feel about that, Dasha?
Uh, it would be a good idea to get any supplies that we need, but also, during the daylight, we are going to be found much quicker. And I'm pretty sure when we hit town, this is slightly metagaming, but we said that we probably like restocked on supplies when we hit town.
Mm-hmm.
So I think we probably have supplies if we need them, and I think just going might be a good idea. But I will.
Yeah.
You
Okay.
all did restock yourselves. You guys are
Okay.
experienced travelers. I think you all know that, like. So,
Yeah.
Otep and Dasha, you're on the road a whole lot. You know that's like the first thing you do. You've been on the road for 2 weeks. You guys are meeting for a night. You're pretty much leaving in the morning. The three
Yeah.
of you met up.
So say
Yeah, and Fen, you're not stupid. You've been with your friends. Yeah, you've been living at school for a while, but this isn't new to you. And
Yeah.
your friends are experienced adventurers. Yeah, you're gonna go with them and like refill your shit. That makes
Yeah,
sense to me
of course.
logically as like a thing seasoned travelers do. So for sure.
In
Mhm.
in that case, just how long did the hunt take this morning?
So the hunt, I'm gonna say, Otep, you tried for about 45 minutes, and you came back to Dasha like
yeah.
having stuff.
Dasha like having a bunch of stuff, and I was just kind of like, huh, you did a lot better than me. Thanks for coming.
I've been in the woods a while.
Yeah. Sometimes the woods are nice to us, and sometimes she's fickle.
That reminds me. I want to pull out the little tree that I carved last night, and it has a little hole in the top. It's a pendant, and I give it to Otep, and I say, "Hey, I wanted you to have this. I carved it for you last night. I hope it does something."
Thank
And I'm
you.
gonna go and eat berries
Thank
and
you,
fruits.
friend. Berries and fruits.
The original video for that is so goddamn weird. Okay. Fen, anything you want to do?
I think when I woke up, I probably saw people were doing things, and I want to see if there are any plants that I could gather to make to supplement my herbalism kit with, in case I want to
Ooh.
start making potions and things of that
Yeah.
nature.
Okay.
Okay.
I believe that's a survival check as well, or a nature. I will accept either.
Oh, fuck's sake.
So, hey, I'm
Sorry.
sorry.
No, it's not you.
Um,
It's all
you could maybe convince me an investigation check if you can tell me exactly what components you're looking for. But if you're just doing a general thing, it's gonna be nature or survival, cause like you're just looking.
Yeah, that's fair. My exasperation lies entirely with my dice,
Oh, I
not
know.
with you
Oh,
at
I
all.
know. I'm not taking it personal. I'm just letting you know that that's also an option, because sometimes characters are built certain ways.
Yeah, it's true.
And sometimes I get nervous on airplanes.
I think, while Fen might have some idea of what specifically to look for, I do not.
Okay, sure.
So
Then let's say,
then I'm gonna go with-
is there a specific type of mix you're trying to make? Is there a specific potion you're trying to make?
I think health potions would be the thing that I would
So
be
you're
trying
looking
to
for
make.
health potion ingredients, things to
Yes.
speed up the healing process.
Yes,
Okay,
because if last night's any indication, we're gonna need that.
cool. Medicine or investigation?
Great. Then that's a 14.
Cool. That's livable. You don't have enough to make a full health potion yet. You're missing a couple components, but you have, I would say, half of the ingredients required to make 2 common healing potions.
Great. Thank you.
You're welcome.
And
And it will take some time as well to brew these. like some in-game time eventually.
Yeah, absolutely. Also, I don't want to jump us back in the narrative too much, but can I say that before, I know things were crazy when we were escaping the city yesterday,
Yes.
and we took the fastest route out, but
Yep.
if at one point we passed my house at all,
Mhm.
would that have been something? Would we have passed by it, or would we have avoided that area entirely while we were escaping the city?
Your parents have lived there long enough. They don't live right by the gate. That's like a high traffic area.
Okay.
So they're a little bit more removed towards, they're against the wall, but they're like down in the corner. So I don't know that you would have passed by close enough to necessarily do anything today. Going back is always an option, and your parents could potentially be a safe place, depending on if you were identified or not.
Yeah.
Now, as I recall, you're frozen. Your video's frozen. Oh,
Oh no.
and you're all back. Okay,
Really?
cool. Nope, you're all back.
There we are.
Yeah, no.
Um, uh, you all. Yeah, none of you are sure if you've been identified yet, and that's not something you're going to know until you go back to town. But as
Okay.
I recall, Fen, you spent most of that fight hidden pretty well.
I did.
And you guys have not been in town for a while, so they might have descriptions of what you looked like that night, but they may not know who you are. You guys are not sure though. That is a decision you guys are going to have to make and discuss as a party. I cannot tell you what to do. Um, any other questions? Because there's a couple blanks that y'all are missing.
Okay.
No?
Um,
Okay. Let me fill in some things and then see if this sparks anything. Otep, you did have that conversation with you overheard that conversation about something going
yeah,
missing.
yeah. In Craigslist, or however you say the name of the mines. They're the mines from now on. Um, Ritzang is a million times closer, so I'm very much of the mindset of like I feel like if we get to Ritzang and we fuck around there,
Yeah.
and then we find that like okay we need to get out of here, or it's also a thing of oh, okay what's next, then I would probably bring it up.
Okay.
But for right now, it is a like I kind of realize how far it is away, so I'm
Yeah.
not just instantly gonna be like, oh, we should all go do this. Instead, like the stuff that Tyrell was talking about is actually kind of interesting. So it is very like, yeah, okay,
Yeah.
and it's still like, yeah. And even if we wanted to, yeah, we would probably go up to Astering before we would Astering before we would go across to the mines. So like that's far away, but it is a thing that like yes, I clocked. It is in my head. Thank you.
Yep. And then there was also, what was it, the sea monster in the lake?
Oh, we did not.
No?
I wasn't. No, I don't
Oh.
think we
I don't.
had any
I'm
knowledge
not
of that.
sure. I'm not sure if you told us about that or
Then I
if we
didn't. Then I
discovered
didn't.
it.
Then I didn't tell you about that.
Cool. Then
What
do
sea
we have to
monster?
forget? Do we have to
Oh
forget
no,
that?
no, you don't have to forget it. I did tell you guys about it. They were just really, really drunk and like bullshitting.
Oh,
Oh.
The sea monster.
Okay.
It was a. One of you did really, really badly on a perception check, or something.
I think that was
and
me.
so yeah, that's what it was.
I think that was me.
Yep, it was you,
I
Dasha.
do remember that.
Yeah,
Thanks, guys. I'll be
yeah,
here.
these two old fishermen just swapping stories about like sea monsters in the lake that could never actually be true.
But are they true?
But are they
mm,
true?
So, at the moment, you guys are looking at a very long walk.
yeah. I think just as a potential plan of action to throw out there,
Yeah.
regardless of what we decide to do today, um, Ritsang is like our first destination, and from
Yeah.
Ritsang to Astern, like you were saying, and then Kreishleek that things there might lead us to Craig's Lake. So just set off to like the north. Yeah, like
Yeah.
loop around the lake
And,
and, then
it's
go
like,
west.
I feel like I'm like, if we get to the mines, then cool. But it's also a thing of if we find that we end up going in a different direction, then let's go in that direction. You know what I mean? Like it's they were talking about the fact that there might be some holy relic up there. So it's like it's kind of a like, yeah, if it's there's also a part of me that actually wants to go all the way up north and go to Tringsta and go actually check in with my guild really quick and just make sure that things were fine there. So,
Okay,
but like
we can always.
that's also once again a thing of like I don't really they don't expect me at any time. I kind of go when I want to go. So
I was say
it would
that's
be
like
nice to go.
that's a 2-week trip. Two.
Also,
Yeah.
though,
It's 2
is
weeks
there
back.
is there
Yeah.
passage across the lake with boats?
Oh, yeah. There's the docks.
Okay, so that's an option for us. If
Yeah.
we maybe make it to Ritzang.
Yeah, I go fishing
then
there
just-
all the time.
Yeah.
You could steal a boat
Oh.
easy. We do it. I mean,
Oh,
you're not gonna tell
No,
my
it's
mom,
fine.
are you?
No, why would
no.
we tell your mom?
Okay. She doesn't know I'm
Jack.
here. Is that bad?
Jack, how old are you?
I'm 12.
Jack!
You're 12?
I-
You look like you're 20.
Wait, what race is Jack?
He's a human.
Okay.
So
Oh,
all
no.
humans
Wait,
kind of look
what?
12 to you.
Wait, didn't
No.
you say that
Jack
he was
is
our age?
No.
You did.
Well,
You did last.
priorities.
You did last game. You said that he
Did
was
I?
our age.
I think.
I can
No,
edit.
you just want to get rid of Jack now. And fuck you. Jack's here to stay.
Damn it, I tried. Well,
We
I
are
mean,
Jack is 12.
well, I mean,
I
you
mean,
could go steal the boat down at the dock.
Yeah.
I'm so
Okay,
mad at
well,
you
here.
guys. No, I'm kidding. I love you all.
Okay,
Well,
well.
here, then.
Because Jack was scared he was screaming when he's not scared and screaming. He's like, he is a frat boy, unfortunately.
Amazing.
Oh dear. Well, I
Um,
think our.
He played Wonderwall a lot last night. None of you
Oh.
have
Oh
quite,
God.
none of you have quite forgiven him yet.
I will never forgive him.
I don't know if I can do this. So we can go anywhere in a boat, probably cut down a good amount of time on a boat.
Yeah, you could.
Yeah.
However, if this, you said that a trip from any of these cities to any of these cities, I think you said Ritzang or Signature to Ritzang was it 2 weeks?
Yeah. So by foot, it's about 2 weeks. So the white.
Okay.
So if you guys click on the ruler, you will find that it is in the miles scale. You guys can measure for yourselves. The
I have been doing that.
Yeah, just letting you know that it should be set to miles. If it's not, let me know and I'll fix it. The white dotted lines are the common paths. They're not really roads per se, but they're kind of roads. You know that
Oh.
you guys, yeah. Why don't one of you guys gives me a quick, just a straight intelligence?
Oh. Okay. Dirty 20.
You remember very vividly being stopped and asked for papers last time you were on the road, on the main road.
Uh-oh. Okay. Wow. That's not a good thing. But so walking from Singtra to Ritzang
Yep.
is going to take a great amount of time. Taking a boat there is going to take a significantly less amount of time.
Okay.
Mhm.
However, if we are saying that this takes probably at about 2 weeks on foot, by boat, I can't see it being any less than a week, which means that we can't just take like a fishing boat. We
Yeah.
have to have like a ship.
Yeah, Lake Laogai is a big lake.
Yeah,
However, nautical
like we have to live on
miles-
this.
Live, not so much. Survive, yeah.
Well, yeah.
It is 126 nautical miles. Let me do a little math here really quick.
We could stow away on a pirate ship and or
126
shipping vessel.
We could.
miles. Time to travel.
Or get
Gosh,
horses if
no.
we
Or
felt
get
like
horses.
going by land.
We could also, yeah, just like take some horses.
We could find
So
some
if
bears.
you can, hang on, I gotta do some talking math out loud
Okay.
with a calculator. So if you can travel the speed of 1,000 nautical miles with the speed of 7 knots in 6 days, maintain the 7 knots, so it's 1,000 to 6, 126 divided by 6, I guess then? No, it'd be divided by 7. That cannot possibly be right. Nautical math is actually harder than I thought it was. Alright,
97,
D&D 5e.
85,
Here we go.
22. 27.
Cool. Well, its armor class is 12. So, sailing ship. Gargantuan vehicle, 100 foot by 20 foot, 3 decks, 100 tons, 120 miles a day.
Oh wow. So that'll
you
do it.
theoretically don't need a great ship to do this in like 2 days. Like you could
Now the question.
like you could pretty I would say it's fair to say you could do this in well, let me look. Let's see what what a fishing boat says.
Do any of us have a proficiency with water vehicles?
Yeah,
Because I
that's
know
going
I
to be the
don't.
next question. And Jack definitely doesn't.
I do not know if I do.
Okay.
I have I have vehicles land.
Okay, so if we took like a horse and cart or something, that would probably be applicable.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good to know.
Or we can all just brave it on a boat.
I would say so in a rowboat it would only take you like a day and a half.
Wait, no way.
Yeah.
We could easily do that.
Oh
You
yeah.
can travel you can travel 72 miles a day.
Okay.
So here's the catch though. You only have room for 2 crew and 2 passengers, so who's staying behind?
Well, I think we know.
I volunteer as tribute.
No.
I was actually going to suggest.
No, I
No,
think
sorry.
we know who is
Yeah.
going to stay behind. Yeah.
Who will be voted off the island.
Yeah.
So yeah, rowboat. I think rowboat's your move. You're
Okay.
gonna capture a rowboat.
Cool.
Cool.
A keelboat
I
can
want
be
Jack
manned
to
by
come.
one?
I
Keelboats
want
are
Jack.
big.
I want
Okay.
Jack to control us to bring us to where the docks are, and then once we get to the docks, and he kind of shows us how to get in. I want to turn to him and like clasp him on the shoulder and just be like, "You're too good for us. You need to go back to your mother."
Okay, well, here's the thing. You could also get a keelboat. It would be a lot harder to steal because it's bigger, but you can get 3 crew, 4 passengers, and can be manned by 1 person. Otep, why don't you give me a...
Cool.
God.
Yeah, no.
What's a proficiency thing that's like a military check?
I would guess either something like athletics or
No, it's got to be a brain-based thing.
then perception.
Nope, because you're not looking at it. Why don't you give me a
No,
history
because
or
perception is not just looking at something. It's also like how you think
Recalling.
about it and like the way that you understand it,
Yeah, why don't
and like building ideas in your head.
no. Why
Because
don't you,
if it
Ben,
yeah, sorry,
why don't you
sorry,
give me a straight wisdom check, please?
cool, a straight wisdom check.
Yep.
All right, heart of the cards right here. Oh, the cards have failed me. That's a 3.
Oh.
This is why I was like,
Sad face. Yeah, but
because the way that
perception is as by the rules that is not how perception works. Like by definition, it's not
perception
how you
is-
use a perception check, Ben. It's not.
well then what's
You
then
can
how would you think about it? Because it's like
because
I would think about it as like planning.
Ben, I'm
That's
asking
what I'm doing.
Ben. I was trying to
Sorry.
have you recall a memory. You don't know why you're
Oh,
rolling.
sorry.
Thank you. Can you give me? Can you try an intelligence check, or is that going to be about the same?
It's literally going to be the exact same.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I'm just going to tell you then, because your background's in the military.
Yeah.
You know that a keelboat is armed. It's got ballistas.
Oh.
Cool.
Okay.
Wow. Okay. Do we see one of these at the docks?
Although we're not there yet, right? We're still
Yeah,
camped
no, we're not
outside.
No,
there
you
yet.
can't. You don't know what's there. You don't know
Okay.
what's. Oh, it has a ballista. Excuse me. You don't know what's there. It's reasonable to assume Sintra might have a couple keelboats. I mean, it's a pretty busy city. People are out on the lake a lot. Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah,
That
I'll give
seems
you
doable.
that. You guys have 2 boat options and a sneaky boy.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, we do.
Jack. You have a sneaky boy. You have a
All right.
Jack. You have a sweaty old man. A grumpy.
Might turn back into a sheep.
He might turn back into a sheep. A grumpy ogre elf and a decidedly still blood covered half elf.
Yeah.
I'm gonna.
Do you want to wash, Dasha?
Do you have magic that can do that?
Oh yeah, I do. I slept in this. I'll just clean myself up. I'm just gonna press to digitate over and over because all the blood.
Do you roll up your bag, your bedroll?
Yeah.
So as you roll up your
Oh,
bedroll,
this
because you
is after
forgot.
I hunted and stuff.
Yeah, I know, but as you roll up your bedroll, because
yeah.
you didn't press to digitate the
Oh, no.
inside, as you roll it up, it's like rolling up a Go-Gurt container, and it all just like, yeah.
I'm gonna clean that. I'm gonna clean that later.
blood?
I'm gonna clean that later.
Okay.
I'm gonna clean that
She
later.
killed like 4
Cool.
people, like violently. So yeah,
Yeah.
so you guys, do you guys want to go back into Sintra and steal a boat, or do you want to walk for 2 weeks? You have
I
the
would
supplies to walk.
advocate that- I mean, I'd advocate that we at least go back into Sintra, if anything, just to see.
Yeah.
We don't know who's coming after us, if anybody is, and I at least would
It's-
like to know the general situation.
Yeah,
there.
okay.
And
What
there's
if-
no harm in taking a look at the
No.
boats.
And also, we can return Jack to his mother, who I'm sure is very concerned.
He's our age.
Is he? Okay.
He's our age.
Oh.
He's just whiny.
He is, but if he's this whiny, he needs to be returned to his mother.
Oh no, it stands. The comment still stands.
Oh yeah.
But yes,
Yeah, no, he's like 20 years old, lives in his mom's basement,
Yeah.
plays guitar and lights the lamps, and like that's his life. It's a
How's
fine
Jack?
life.
O-lantern.
what a
Yep.
guy.
Jack O'Lantern, man.
Jack O'Lantern.
Okay.
And they say you can't get spoopy in D&D.
So I think we should call it here for the night. personally. It's midnight. We've been going for about 2 hours.
Yeah.
I think these are nice, tight sessions, so
Yeah.
I think we should call it here.
Yeah.
You
Cool.
guys have lots
Yeah,
of
we
information.
learned a lot.
You have lots of information. I need to make a more detailed city map and figure out how y'all are gonna pull off a boat heist and steal a ship. So, streamers, we might be taking longer than our usual 1 week break for this one, because I think we've made a point to know, but to let you guys know what these guys decide determines what's open in the world to them. So I need time to sort of create that as we go, because I'm human and have other obligations. So unfortunately, I can't create all 90 scenarios that were possible for this and have them all completely ready to go, because I like to make my own maps by hand and stuff too. So this is all huge labor of love. So 2 weeks probably till our next streamer. So
And thank you, Caleb.
yeah, oh of course, thank
We
you guys for
appreciate it.
playing. This was fun.
Yeah.
This was a good one. So
Yeah.
yeah, come up with a plan of how you want to. Next time we'll come up with a plan for how you guys want to get in. We'll figure out who's doing what. Fen, if you want to stop off and see your parents, we can do that. I do think we need to have you guys evade patrols for the day. You talked the morning away, so they're probably pushing those in. There's no season, Zach. There's no season. We're just people streaming D&D.
Okay.
So yeah, but yeah, you guys will need to evade patrols and get back into Synctra. That will be sort of, I think, this day chunk. You're only 8 miles away. I think that's fair to say. So I've got a way for us to do that, set up, and then we'll get into Synctra.
Cool.
Good stuff. Good night, stream. Thank you for coming out.
Good night,
Good night,
guys.
See you in a couple of
Thanks, y'all.
weeks.
Yeah.